guys, this is David, and I'm going to be making a series of videos about Career Step Medical Billing and Coding course. Now first, I'd like to give a little information about myself. I've been in the customer service field for over 10 years, actually about 13 years, also in call center work as well. I've done anything from WOTC cert screening to medical claims processing down to tech support. And I've even been a team lead in a call center as well. Now you may be wondering, with that many years experience in customer service and even being a team lead, why am I changing the field and going to medical billing and coding? Well, there's a couple of reasons for that. First, just basically tired of working on the phones. There's only so much abuse that a person can take from customers, and I've basically reached that limit myself. Second is that in the field of medical billing and coding, there's been a change. It's gone from ICD-9 to ICD-10. Because of that change, many of the older coders out there are expected to retire instead of going back to school to learn ICD-10. So that'll open up several positions for new people to come into the field, and hopefully ones like myself and perhaps yourself will be able to get into the medical coding field. Now, why, you may ask, why Career Step? Why did I choose them and not some university or college or another online course? Well, basically, time. If you go to a university or a college, you're spending 2 to 4 years to get your certificate and then take the certification exam. I don't have that much time to be able to put into getting the certification. Next was the pricing. Going to a university or to a technical college, you'll be having to get primarily student loans in the tens of thousands of dollars, and I wanted to avoid that as much as possible. Then again, Career Step is not the cheapest option out there either, but for the most part, it holds true that you get what you pay for. Next would basically be the ease of use, and what I mean by the ease of use is my access to the information. Career Step is completely online, so I can, whenever I have the time to get on and learn, I can do it. I don't have a set schedule that I have to go out to a school, sit there for the 4 hours that they set aside. I primarily work basically 2 jobs, so I have to schedule around that. And a fourth reason is that Career Step is AHIMA approved. Now, AHIMA is one of the organizations that set up the certification exams, and if you're going to take one of their exams, might as well use an institution that they approve of, because most likely they're going to prepare you to pass that exam and to succeed in the field. Now, why am I making these videos? Well, when I was researching Career Step and the medical coding and billing course, I went out onto YouTube looking for videos so I can see, is this what I really want to get into? I didn't find many out there. The ones I did find were basically just parading around a new free laptop that they got from Career Step for paying for the course in advance. And while that's pretty cool to get a free laptop, it didn't really tell me anything about the course itself. Is it something that I'll find boring, or if it's something that I could really get into and succeed at? And when I was looking through the comments, I saw there were many people that were asking the same questions I was, like, oh, that's nice, but what about the course? So I decided to put together this series of videos of my personal experience with not just Career Step, but in the course for medical billing and coding. And I'll also be mixing in some tips and things that I've learned along the way that may benefit you and help it to be a little more easy for you than it was perhaps for me. So far in the course, I've completed the first 4 modules. It's taken me about a week and a half to do that. That's still only about 5% of the course, so I still have a long way ahead of me. first module was basically just an introduction to the course. It basically just taught you how to navigate the modules, where to find your tools when you need them, and it gives the best tip of all, how to bookmark your place, so that if for whatever reason you close out the window, your computer crashes or something, and you get back to it, you'll start right where you left off. You won't have to start the module all the way from the beginning. So some of these courses are 100, 200 pages long, so you can imagine how much time you'll save by bookmarking. Alright, so module number 2 was basically an introduction to technology in general. Now with a tech support background, this was actually a real easy module for me, and I was able to get through it really quickly. And I believe it was actually so far one of the longest modules yet as well. So if you're not very technical, this module actually does, I think, a pretty good job at breaking down like what a computer is, the different components of a computer, what's the difference between hardware and software. It also breaks down what the internet is, and how you connect to it. Not just that you do, but it breaks it down to why it works. And of course it goes into antivirus, firewalls, things like that, that everyone really should know who's going out online. Then module number 3 is where it starts really getting into the medical field. You learn the different types of medical records that will be included in the slip that you get that you have to code, and they teach you where to find the principal diagnosis. Now, from my experience of processing medical claims, that principal diagnosis is what the insurance companies use to process the whole claim. But of course they also need the secondary, the third, fourth, fifth, and so on diagnosis as well. So it shows you where not just to find the principal, but also the others, and distinguish between them as well. So that's very good information there. And then the 4th module goes over the different types of inpatient and outpatient institutions there are. It doesn't just say hospital, doctor's office, urgent care. It doesn't just do that, but it breaks them down even more into the departments, and it shows you really how the corporate side of like hospitals are put together. You starting with the CEOs, the board directors, and so on and so forth. It also talks about the different organizations that really take the lead in the medical field, like AHIMA and the American Medical Association, and their importance in setting up guidelines and regulations for all these institutions. So far it's been very interesting information that I've gone over. Hasn't been too hard for me, but again, I'm only in finished the first 4 modules. So our time is about up today. I'm only planning on making these videos about between 10 and 15 minutes long. Usually after that it just gets really boring. But next time what I'm going to do is actually open up the first package that CareerStep is sending to me. So real excited to get some goodies. So right this time I hope you enjoyed this video, and check out any of all the others that I post throughout my journey here, taking the CareerStep Medical Billing and Coding course. If you think this course is for you, I'll be putting a link down below, so you just have to click it, and it'll take you straight to CareerStep's webpage so that you can fill it out, sign up, and everything. Again, that's only if you think this really would be a course for you. So you can watch more of my videos and find out, get more information, and tips, maybe even how you can save money, not have to pay the full amount up front. Alright, if you have any specific questions, feel free to ask them. I'll try my best to answer them as quickly as I can. Alright, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.